Well, Ethan points out in the blog though, yes, there's the issue of how do you achieve mastery in anything if AI does it for you, right? It doesn't tell you how it got there. That's a weird education issue. However, how are you supposed to be the expert in multidisciplinary fields where I can't check both coding. I mean, there's things I'm good at, right? If it happens to be in my wheelhouse, I can check the facts on that. But then coding would just be gibberish, and I'd say, I suppose that looks like coding. I would have to go then get another human who's great at coding and expert at coding and go, hey, take a look at this thing that Jen Spark Manis did or GPT-5 Pro did. Because I just like it did it. It's working. It appears to be right, but now I want to circle back and check. Um, Carl, I'd be curious to get your feedback on this because I know you um, work with some of the higher end models, also not only with what you're doing, but also with clients through 0 to 60. So I don't know if you're using the GPT-5 Pro as much, but I know you definitely been using more GenSpark or Manus. Um, Look, I saw it just in Perplexity the other day at a lower level because I actually was posting it to you guys in the group chat on the backside, and I was like, "Hey, this is interesting. I didn't expect Perplexity to run a command." I was in Comet, by the way. I was in the browser. I didn't ask it to. I was just doing a normal Perplexity search, and it had something to do with Google Maps. I can't remember what my use case was, but anyway, I was commenting back to you guys like, "Hey, I'm kind of shocked it's doing this. It's going off and finding the answer in this way, and it wasn't something I initially asked for. I didn't actually think to ask for it, but there it went. And actually, the result that I got back from Perplexity was really, really helpful. And I thought, well, I didn't come up with that. I mean, maybe I would have, back and forth or whatever. It's that whatever the language model Perplexity was using at the time decided that this was a good route to take. And so I looked at the result and I said, yeah, that's actually net better than what I would have come up with. And actually, this is really helpful to me. I didn't circle back and then read all the collapsed bars and say, well, hold on a second. Where did it go to figure this out? I read the result, and with whatever, intelligence I have, I deemed it to be more valuable than anything I would have done on my own. It was sort of wizardry. I don't really know how it went about doing it because it had run some quick code in the background. With Ethan talks about that. So like in it ran some Monte Carlo scenarios on its own. It decided to do that on its own to check some numbers. It wasn't something he specifically said. So anyway, back to you, Carl. I know you're working with some of these top models.